Very good. All right. All right, Liz. So, how are you after a month staying here?
I'm better than I was when I got here. I feel like I got a lot physically out of this and a lot mentally out of this. Physically, I've actually lost over 20 pounds, and I've lost some addictions I had when I came here to caffeine, to potato chips, and to THC.
Yeah.
And so physically, I feel great. I really feel great. Mentally, I think I was happy to some degree when I came here, but I didn't feel the connection to myself. I didn't feel the connection to things around me, and I've learned that through Huachuma. I feel watching the mountains breathe with me, and the trees and the plants. I feel more lighthearted. I feel just a better connection to myself.
You know, maybe I should put on my website, weight loss retreat.
I kept saying this is better than fat camp.
Yeah, no. Much better.
Yeah, and it made me realize that when I go home, I'm excited to carry on the way we've been eating. We've always hiked a lot, but not enough. So I realize now that we need to still do our hikes, but I'm gonna lengthen them.
Yeah.
And yeah,
More time in nature.
for sure.
We have a beautiful nature there in Washington, so
Yeah,
just need to be utilized.
Yeah.
More utilized, which we already have.
yeah. We have a beautiful spot where we live. We have woods that are right by us with miles and miles of trails that we've
Beautiful.
always taken our dogs
That's
to.
all
and-
you have.
But we never quite
all you
went
need.
far enough
Yeah.
to spend a little more time.
Yeah, that's all you need. Nature. That's all you need. Nature is the medicine.
Yeah.
Just spend more time there to stay sane. That's really what it is.
Yeah, we're already planning.
Yeah,
We're already
no.
planning going up to the mountains and
Very
doing
good.
some different
Very
things.
good. So, what was the particular thing that you wanted to work on before coming, or worked on, which something new that you discovered? What was the actual healing process that you can see now?
Oh, well, a big part of my reason for wanting to come was bringing my sister here with me, because we all lived together, and it was very tough at home, because even when I felt like I was happy and trying to be happy, there was this big dark cloud over us all. There was, and it changes everything. It changes the vibration in the house. It changes the feeling. It changes. So yeah, I always felt. I felt like I feel like I'm happy, but every day I'm living in someone else's depression. And coming here for both of us has been life changing, especially for her. And so that automatically makes me feel better. And I think the first 2 weeks of the medicine for me was more exploring and learning and wondering how come I wasn't having these, aha moments like everyone around me. But the last 2 weeks of the medicine, I started to feel like I didn't even know where Cindy was or what she was doing, because I was really feeling my own happiness and my own self-worth. And I haven't felt that in a long time, because I fall into the caretaker mode. And so I'm always worrying about making other people happy. And these last 2 weeks with Huachuma have been more about what makes me happy and what do I need to fix in my life. And I've gotten a huge connection this last week to really help my boys, where before I felt like they were responsible for their own actions. And now I really want to share this with them. I want them to experience this. I want to take them wherever I have to in the world to have them experience it. Hopefully you'll have all four of us back.
The whole family. Father,
Yeah.
mother, sons,
Yeah.
sisters, brothers. Family retreat.
Yep. And I had done Huachuma 2 times before in a totally different atmosphere, and it was completely different. It was, I mean, I hate to say it, but it was almost just like a night of getting high, and the next morning, okay, but, well, I did Huachuma.
Uh-huh.
And this was so completely different.
Where
Okay.
did you do that?
In Ecuador, 2 different times, 2 different shamans. Not such a pleasant experience. I mean, not for me, not on the inside. You know, it's easy to say, I went and did Huachuma. Ooh, I'm better now. But no. No. Being here a month with myself, it's the first time I've even slept in my own room by myself as an adult. I've always lived with other people, and so I feel like I've grown mentally, and yeah, and I still want to go back home. So
Yeah, that's good.
so nothing changed for me that way. I feel more lighthearted. I feel more connected to myself, which I haven't been in years.
That's the healing. That's exactly the point. You know, the aha moment, it's all good, but that's a bonus. If you get that, it's fine. If you don't, it's fine too. It's all about connection, really. It's all about how you feel being you.
Right.
You know, reconnecting to your true self. That's the healing. Finding deep inner peace and self-love and love towards others. You know, it's a total...
Absolutely. The old me would have probably stayed in my room every night here and not tried to connect with people I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
And now here I am 4 weeks later crying every time I think about leaving with these guys. It's been,
Yeah.
it's been a very heartwarming experience.
Yeah. Well, and these are good tears. These are good tears. You
Yep.
know, just let them out. Tears of happiness and healing. That's very good to hear. It's always a pleasure to see transformation in people. They arrive and when they leave. It's very different faces.
Yeah.
You know, I even begin suggesting that people take pictures of them arriving the first day and the last day. You know, and then some people were actually scared
Right.
to see the previous pictures. So like, I don't want to see that. That's not me.
Right.
That's not me. That's me. You know? And it's a choice you make in life. It's how you want to live your life. After this work, you know? You can go back to misery, you know, but it's a choice. It's not something you have to do. And obviously it's not a good choice. So everybody choosing to be happy, you know?
Right.
So-
Well, definitely when I came here, one of the first things that I heard you say that I really took to heart, literally, is to get out of your mind and stop living your life by everything you read and see and hear. And I've probably had so many opinions that I thought were mine that were never mine. It's just something I read. And being here now, I've learned at the beginning of every ceremony with my intention was to basically not close my mind, but start thinking with my heart first.
Feel.
Right.
Start feeling.
It's amazing what you discover when you stop. I haven't read any news since I've been here. I've just been living this life every day. Might be a little shocking when I go home and pick up a newspaper or something, but I like the way
The
I do.
world is still there.
Right.
It's still there. And it's just as crazy as it was a month ago. Probably more crazy by now.
Right.
You know, but it's okay, you know, that's the whole thing. The world has gone mad, but the good news is that we don't have to go crazy with it.
Right.
You know, we still can live our life and maintain our sanity and connection and well-being. You know, and just look at the world and just, you know, just have our own opinions about this and feelings, but that's still, there is still a distance between us and the world.
Right.
You know, it's like I'm happy. The world goes to hell. It's very sad. You know, it's not what I would like to see, but I'm not going to hell with it.
Right.
And I have a lot of people who are, you know, behind me and who would not fall into this trap that some people want us to fall, you know. So,
I learned a lot of that by reading your books here too.
yeah,
Really,
that's where you actually read
really,
them.
yeah,
I
I
was
read
here.
them here. I
All of
read
them?
one of the books at
Oh.
home, and then I read the rest here. And yeah, it really opened my eyes to. I can't personally change what's happening in the world, so instead of just concentrating on that and fighting with people over stupid politics and
Yeah,
just
waste of time.
yeah, it is a huge
You
waste
just,
of time.
you know, you can't change the world, but you can change the way you think about it, your reaction to it. So just yeah, just the world is the world, and me it's me, and I have my own world. I create my own world within the world. You know, and of course we are affected to a certain degree, everyone. Like if they shut down the borders, we are affected, you know what I mean?
Right.
But still, like mentally, emotionally, spiritually, we're good, you know? We have our connection with ourselves, with each other, with nature, with the medicine, with the whole universe, you know?
Right.
So,
I think a lot of people put that off second, though, to what's going on. And so this has definitely taught me that I need to
yeah,
focus on me
prioritize.
and keep
Yes.
myself healthy.
Exactly, and those who you love, those who are around you. I mean, it's good to help people, but those who want to be helped. You can help. You can help somebody who doesn't want to be helped, or you can force your goodwill on people. It just doesn't work like that, you know. If someone recognizes that you are happy, they would want to talk to you and see how they can, you know, help themselves, or how you can help them. And be just being together, conversation, sometimes just a smile or a hug, you know, or a few words of support, you make people feel hopeful, you know, and it's a true hope. So it's definitely, you know, it's definitely part of the healing. I mean, we are living in that world, that crazy, mad world, that just makes everything harder. It's like everybody has their own problems to deal with,
Right.
you know, just your personal things, but then we have the world problems. So it's just, the burden is just heavier, you know? So in the medicine, what we are trying to do here is just to relieve that burden through understanding, you know, through healing ourselves through understanding, because that's the real healing. It's not kind of a self-hypnosis that you just tell yourself that doesn't work really. You have to understand yourself, you have to understand the problems, you have to understand the world. And then there's the process of letting go of all this, and kind of reconstructing your reality and finding, you know, emphasizing your values and priorities and just sticking to the plan, you know? So that's what you were shown in a very gentle way.
Very gentle,
Very
very loving,
gentle,
very
yeah.
peaceful. It's, yes.
You know, so how was the medicine for you? Just purely the experience.
Well, I would say it was, I was scared when I first came because I didn't know how it was going to be. And I find it to be very gentle, very loving, almost like someone's sitting there hugging you. Yeah. Even though I'm out there by myself, and that's how I feel with it. I feel it still works through the night, even though we're done, you know, in the daytime. I still, just by my dreams and by what I think about, and I can't make myself, during the medicine at all, I couldn't make myself focus on one thing, the medicine just kind of works on what it wants to work on, which I'm sure somewhere in my subconscious, but I'm not aware. Like I sat there a couple of days and said, okay, this is what I want to work on today, and 10 minutes later I'm off thinking about something totally different. But it did, during the night, for sure, a lot. I would still be thinking about a lot of things. And even when I couldn't sleep, in the past, if I lay awake all night, I'm angry because I look at my phone and I see the time and I'm just, But being here, even on the nights I couldn't sleep, I would just look at my phone and go, oh, okay. And I'd turn over and just start thinking about something else. But I didn't have that anger in me like I'd always had when I couldn't sleep. Yeah.
It's 3 in the morning.
Right.
I have 3 more hours.
Right. But I don't get lost like that now. Now I'm just like, oh, I still have 3 hours
to think. That's great.
So it does.
Great
It
news.
changes how you feel. And then I'll end up tired and go to sleep no problem the next night. So I'm hoping when I get home that I'll still be able to continue to work on my sleep without THC.
Yeah, it will. It will. Some people have their insomnia get fixed pretty quickly, within a week or two.
Yeah.
Like with Cindy.
I had
a
it
week and a half.
I had it for like the last probably 10 years.
Oh.
And I started off with all kinds of medications. And my doctor, I just looked at my pill bottles that I still had before I came here and started on 50 milligrams and 100 milligrams and 150
and then you
milligrams.
just drink the whole thing.
Yeah, and I just thought, so that's why I thought THC was the answer, because it got me off of all of that. But THC was just keeping me in a pretty big head fog. So.
Mm-hmm. That's
And being
thing.
comatose and going to sleep is not the same as getting restful sleep
Yeah,
and
you
dreaming.
don't sleep when passing out from being too high and stoned. We all know how that feels. I've done cannabis for years in my youth, and it was horrible sleep. It's like you're just passing out from so much smoke
Exactly.
in your head. You don't really sleep.
Yeah, no, I
And
haven't
then
had
you wake up in the
dreams
morning.
until I came here. I have
Exactly,
not
and
had
then dreams come
for-
back. It's like how you can dream when you're all stoned out of your mind. You're just knocked out. You're not there. And then in the morning you wake up very difficult. It was very difficult. It was a struggle for me.
Right.
I hated these mornings. I hated mornings
Yeah.
because of that.
Yeah.
And now I love mornings. I love mornings. Sometimes I can't even sleep because I'm like I wake up early, too early, like 4. It's like, no, still dark. I just want to do things.
Right.
I want to start my day right. There's so much energy, so much love for life that I can't wait to wake up. It's completely opposite of what it was before.
Right.
Before, I was scared of mornings. It was just scary, like, oh my God, the morning's coming. I need a few more ecstasy pills here to,
Because those same feelings are still there, and you just live the same thing day after day after
It
day.
just was horrible, The next day was like bringing you terror and boredom and grayness and everything. Like that's how it was in my youth, during the time of, just drug use and abuse and all that stuff. But this has changed so much, Now I have to force myself to sleep, so because it's still like 2 hours before sun comes, and it's enjoyable. It's like I love sleeping now. It's so good, and that's what the Huachuma does. On a physiological level, it's that's how I see it in myself and people. That it seems to have direct connection or direct influence on your central nervous system, and somehow resets that. Something that I don't know how it works. I don't think anyone knows. It just goes there and just kind of recalibrates everything in your brain chemistry and nervous system, and you just find that deep peace within yourself that allows you to be happy, live happy, sleep well, everything that makes you healthy.
Right.
It just resets you. I think it's the right word to use. It's just the right words, like your computer, like when it's frozen, you just have to reboot it. I mean, it doesn't work.
Right.
Does not respond anymore, so you just have to reboot it, plug it out, and just let it rest, and then plug it in, and then everything works. That's how Huachuma works, but in a very gentle way. It's not scary. It's just loving. It's like, okay, here's your reboot, and here's again, and here's again, and it's just working properly again. Everything start working again. You get your mind back.
Right.
And connect it to your heart. So, kind of rewires you.
I'm definitely looking forward to how different things are going to be at home with all of us.
Yeah, it will be very interesting to see the new dynamic. Everybody had the medicine, and everybody would be treating each other from that space of love and compassion,
Yeah.
So it might take some time to re-establish new dynamic, new relationship, but it's all good, it's positive, So the dark cloud
It's gone.
it's gone. It's gone.
It is.
It's sunny.
Yeah.
It's sunny now, sunshine coming through each person,
I
and
wish
each
we
of
had
you.
come here 30 years ago.
That would help. That would help.
No,
But 30 years
quite-
ago, I was
right, you were
I
right
was
there
going
with
to
us.
school somewhere, I was still I wasn't ready. I myself was a dark cloud 30 years ago, so I myself needed medicine.
It's nice to see how many young people now are awakening, for lack of a better term.
Yes.
Yeah, I look at them and think, wow, why didn't I do that 30 years ago?
Yeah, absolutely. If I had this medicine when I was 17, I would save a lot of trouble to my parents. That's for sure, And I look forward when my children will grow and will be, mature enough to take the medicine, which in their case it wouldn't be so long because they are medicine children,
Right.
So it will be, very soon actually, at least for the older
Maybe
one.
one day all the kids will be medicine children.
That would be
in a
beautiful.
better world.
It will be probably the happiest day of my life when we sit together and drink medicine with my children, me, my wife, and my children. My wife drinks medicine with me, but children are too small. So it will be so amazing just to go to the river and just drink the medicine, see the beauty in their eyes, and see them enjoying the medicine. It's like, it's probably the best thing what I can give them after love. Love and care as a father. Next to it is opening the spiritual dimension for them. So that would be amazing.
I feel the same way, and that's why I said I want to bring all three of my boys to
And
do
it's
it.
never too late, It's just the sooner the better, because you can save yourself hassle, But it's never too late. I had people here in their late 70s who were like, oh my God, where was I before? So at that time, it's already. I mean, you can say it's a bit late, but it's still not too late.
No, exactly.
You still have life ahead. You still have whatever life ahead. You still can practice. So the sooner, the better, of course. Something you share and see if they resonate. It's not something you can force on people. That's not the right way to do it. People need to want healing. It has to be voluntarily. It has to be coming from them.
Right, but I know it definitely starts from us as well.
Yes. Yes, and then you share that, you inspire others, and if
Right.
they resonate, then we can help. That's how it works. It's just the person have to understand that they need healing, that they have a problem, that they are sick, they are this, they are that, they have addiction, And then when that's been realized, then you can stretch out a hand of help, and they will stretch it back. So
I never knew how to help, and now I feel like I
It is a
have
way.
all kinds of ideas. So
Yeah,
I'm very
it's a way.
excited to go home.
Definitely. And put it in practice. That's very beautiful. So, what would you like to share with people who would watch this video and would be afraid maybe to come? What would you share? What would you tell them?
Well, I think being afraid is somewhat normal when you're experiencing something unknown. But Huachuma is, like I said, it's almost like a nice, gentle hug from somebody you care about very deeply, and you don't feel alone. And I was so scared in my first couple of ceremonies. My hands were sweating, my feet were sweating. I was just nervous of the unknown. And now, a month later, I'm nervous about leaving. But not because I'm happy to be going home. I'm happy to start my life again in a different way. And I just think that Huachuma is love. It's nothing to be afraid of. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful experience. It's learning about yourself, things that you either didn't want to know or things you closed the doors on. And it's all very gentle. It's not lying on the floor and screaming and being scared and everything you read about things when they try to tell you, you could go crazy, you could do, you go crazy if you don't
do that. That's exactly right. That's for sure. That's like right. Most likely the results of this world,
It's nothing that a doctor can do for you. A doctor can give and I said it's nothing like what a doctor can do. A doctor is only going to give you pills and mask all your horrible thoughts, and you're going to realize maybe 3 months later, maybe 3 years later, that you've done nothing but waste your time because someone's just had a mask over your face so you can't see reality.
Yeah.
And Huachuma isn't that. I'm not going to be on Huachuma for my entire life just to be able to be sane.
Yeah.
I actually get to go home sane after a month.
Yeah.
It's just very gentle. I can't say it any different. Very gentle and very loving.
Yeah.
Very heart-filling. I feel like when I wake up in the morning now, I'm not reading my phone to see what's in the news. I'm looking out the window and I'm feeling things in my heart.
Ven acá, ven, acá. Ven, my baby. Ven acá. My baby, we were just talking about you. We're just talking about you. Are you going? Huh? Ciao, amor. I will talk to you. Yeah, I will call you, yeah? Yeah, almost done. Ciao, amor. Ciao, amor. Ciao, man. Ciao, my baby. It's like Huachuma is my doctor.
Right.
I swallowed my doctor.
I've been to a lot of mental health type trying to talk about my past and it's I've taken all the pills as well.
So you had experience.
Yeah. And I figured out one day, no, I'm not crazy. I don't think I need these pills. I just need to
and they don't work. They just
right.
numb you.
They just numb you. Exactly.
They just numb you to pain. So there is no healing into it. Healing is confronting your pain. It's facing yourself and working through this and healing it through understanding, through forgiveness, and through everything that comes with it. And then it's gone. Then you are healed. You're permanently healed.
That should be enough to make anybody want to come do Huachuma.
Yes, and that's the truth. And that's what happens here, It's just people don't know about this.
People don't want us to know about it. They'd rather us
others,
take the magic pill.
Exactly. Which isn't magic.
No.
The magic is actually here, They won't take you the pill forever. Because there is not much money in curing you. You're done and not coming back. Pills is every day.
Yep.
It's profit every day. So they really create customers.
And you know, it
For life.
numbs your mind where Huachuma opens things.
Yeah.
Completely different.
Yeah. Well, here we are dispersing the folk. And bringing clarity. And this clarity brings healing. That's how it works. Very good, Liz. Well, it's great seeing you different, of course, than you came. It's a different face, different look. So,
Thank you for having me in your space.
of course, we enjoy having you here.
It really makes the whole experience even better. I don't think it would have been as good staying down the street at a hotel and just coming and seeing you on Huachuma days.
That's the thing. That's what I'm trying to explain to people. It's like we build a place for this. This is a container. Our place is the medicine place. It's a safe container.
Very much
It's
so.
part of the ceremonies.
And being able to share it with you and your family and your pets. And
Yeah.
it's been wonderful.
That's the whole thing. That's the whole,
It's the whole
package. Yeah, you're right. It's telepathy, you know? Telepathy. Well, when we drink medicine for a while, we're really connecting on many levels, you know, which is one of them.
I made a lot of really good friends here, too.
Yeah? And this are long-lasting relationships.
Yes.
You know, I'm still friends with people with whom I had Huachuma 15 years ago for the first time.
Yeah, I bet.
We're friends. It's like, you know, it's just such incredible experience to share that it just stays forever in your heart, you know, and people who you share it with.
Great.
So, which is part of the healing. Yeah.
Well, I know we'll be back. We'll be
Yeah,
back.
people say that.
I know.
People
People
say
don't want to
that.
leave. It's hard
People-
to leave.
That's true. People say that. Okay, well, you have to leave and apply all this back home, you know.
Right.
Here is a training, you know. Back home, it's the real battle, you know.
Right.
So this is a training camp for life.
And back camp. You could do a whole new.
That's the often happen when people leave their clothes here. It's like, okay, it's like I don't use these jeans anymore. It's like, what do you want me to do with this? It's like, you know.
Burn them in the fire.
Yeah, it's like, you know, like literally, like, one guy left like 3 jeans.
I
It's just,
bet.
he ran out of space in his belt. There was no more holes to make. It's like, okay, just take it, you know. He has to buy something like this, you know, and go home, you know. So
That'll help me with packing today.
yeah, you definitely have more space, like internally and externally. Well, very good, Liz. Thank you very much.
Thank
It's
you,
time
Sergey.
to. Are you wrap up? You ready to go?
Yep.
Oh, already. Just having a lunch.
Yes. I got to repack my suitcase a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Well, there is still like an hour or so for that. You know. Sounds good. Thank you very much. Good having you
Thank
here.
you, Sergey.
And
Thank you for
thanks to
everything.
Michael for bringing you here and Liz. You know, he
Yeah.
had a good work here and really good, deep healing work that we've done together here.
We're very excited to start our
Start
new
over.
path together.
Yeah, very beautiful. Okay, well,
Thank you.
good luck, and you know, remember all the things that you experience here.
I
It's
will.
all yours.
I know.
It's all yours. It's coming with you.
Right.
You know, we're staying here with the mountains, but everything else comes with you.
Right.
You know,
It's a beautiful place here to experience this too.
yeah.
Very beautiful. You took us to some amazing places.
I
that
love
will
this place.
always be in my heart.
Just pure beauty. That's the medicine.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.